It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.
Hey guys, Tyler here. For this video, I'm gonna respond to Kamala Harris, and so without further hesitation, let us begin.
Hey everybody, so today Iowa put in place a Trump abortion ban, which makes Iowa the 22nd state in our country to have a Trump abortion ban. And this ban is going to take effect before many women even know they're pregnant. And what this means is that 1 in 3 women of reproductive age in America lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban. So what we need to do is vote, because I'm going to tell you something. When I am president of the United States, I will sign into law the protections for reproductive freedom.
The first immediate claim that I have noticed in her video was the fact that she stated that there are Trump abortion bans that are coming across the whole entire United States. But what exactly is the data on this particular issue about what's really happening right now in our country? Back in 1999, Donald Trump did this particular interview.
Partial birth abortion, the eliminating of abortion in the third trimester. Big issue in Washington. Would President Trump ban partial birth abortion?
Well, look, I'm very pro-choice. I hate the concept of abortion. I hate it. I hate everything it stands for. I cringe when I listen to people debating the subject. But I just believe in choice. And again, it may be a little bit of a New York background because there is some different attitude in different parts of the country. And, I was raised in New York and grew up and work and everything else in New York City. But I am strongly for choice, and yet I hate the concept of abortion.
But you would not ban it?
No.
Or ban partial birth abortion?
No, I am pro-choice in every respect and as far as it goes, but I just hate it.
Let's jump forward to 2015, where Donald Trump described himself as pro-life. The question that was directed towards him by Chuck Todd was, should some form of abortion always be legal? To which Donald Trump said, well, to me, I have exceptions. Rape, incest, if the mother is going to die. And Ronald Reagan had those same exceptions, and many Republicans have those same exceptions. On April the 1st, 2016, he had an interview with Meet the Press, and this is what he had to say about the issue.
The laws are set now on abortion, and that's the way they're going to remain until they're changed.
Because you had said you told Bloomberg in January that you believed abortion should be banned at some point in pregnancy. Where would you?
Well, first of all, I would have liked to have seen, this be a states' rights. I would have preferred states' rights. I think it would have been better if it were up to the states. But right now, the laws are set, and that's the way the laws are.
On March the 20th, 2024, he basically said this out loud. The number of weeks now, people are agreeing on 15, and I'm thinking in terms of that. It will come out to something that's very reasonable. But people are really, even hardliners are agreeing, seem to be 15 seems to be a good number that people are agreeing at. At the same time, Trump seems to suggest reluctance to a federal ban. Everybody agrees. You heard this for years. All the legal scholars on both sides agree. It's a state issue. It shouldn't be a federal issue. My final example is April the 1st this year, where he published a video stating this.
People have asked me what my position is on abortion and abortion rights. My view is now that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint, the states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land, in this case, the law of the state. Many states will be different. Many will have a different number of weeks, or some will have more conservative than others, and that's what they will be. At the end of the day, this is all about the will of the people.
Based upon the data I showed you guys, Donald Trump had a very consistent stance from 1999 onwards on the issue of abortion. He never once said that abortion should actually be banned, but rather that abortion itself should be a states' right issue and that every state should deal with the issue differently. Saying that states should actually deal with abortion is a different thing than they completely ban abortion entirely. Now let's go to the most red states by far that has the most restrictions on this particular issue. For the states of Alabama, there are exceptions to preserve the pregnant individual's life or physical health. For Arkansas, there are exceptions necessary to save the life of the pregnant individuals. For Florida, there are exceptions for rape, incest, and human trafficking, fetal abnormalities, and throughout pregnancy if the pregnant individual's life is in danger. For Idaho, there are exceptions for rape, incest, and to save the pregnant individual's life. For Indiana, there are exceptions for fetal abnormalities to preserve the life and physical health of the pregnant individuals, or in cases of rape or incest. In Kentucky, there are exceptions to prevent a patient from dying. For Louisiana, there are exceptions for fetal abnormalities or when performed to save a pregnant individual's life. For Mississippi, there are exceptions when the pregnant individual's life is in danger, as well as rape cases. In Missouri, there are exceptions to a person's life being severely at risk. For North Dakota, there are exceptions for the cases of rape or incest, or to save the life of a pregnant individual. In Oklahoma, there are exceptions to save the life of the pregnant person. In South Dakota, there are exceptions to preserve the life of the pregnant female, given appropriate and reasonable medical judgment. In Tennessee, there are exceptions to terminate molar or ectopic pregnancy, to remove a miscarriage, to save the life of someone who is pregnant, or to prevent serious risks of substantial and irreversible impairment of a major bodily function of the pregnant woman. For the case of Texas, there are exceptions that save the pregnant individual's life. So based upon what I just showed in the video, even the most red states that we're talking about in this particular case still allow exceptions to rule on the issue of abortion, which goes into my final point about this particular issue, which is that ever since Roe versus Wade was actually decided upon, not a single Democrat actually had the audacity to sign this into law. Largely because we had people like Jimmy Carter who did not sign this into law for the federal level. We had people like the Clintons, like Bill Clinton, did not sign this into law. We have the whole entire issue of Barack Obama and Joe Biden. They did not necessarily sign this into law at the federal level. And so Democrats had plenty of years to actually sign Roe versus Wade into law, but they had zero thought to actually do this. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that the Democrats unfortunately just played themselves on this particular issue. Look, I know that Kamala Harris is trying to say that she's going to reverse Roe versus Wade, but the reality is that it's not going to be overturned anytime soon. Once the Supreme Court does something, it actually stays there for like a very long time until the next case. And so unfortunately, because of our system of checks and balances, nothing is actually going to happen anytime soon in the future. And so she's not going to actually do what she actually promised in the video. I'm guarantee that. But the final thing that I want to actually say is that it's actually a misnomer to call it a Trump abortion ban, because as I demonstrated in the video, even Donald Trump himself did not want abortion to be banned. So, what do you guys think about my response? Tell me in the comment section down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.